All right, and we are back with video editing in DaVinci Resolve 18, and we are on section 13, which is some of the Resolve special effects. And as you can see over here, there's only two entries in this, and both of these entries are about playing around with just a couple of the effects that they had on there. One of them was a thing called Dent, and the other one was a thing that was a light ray thing, if I remember correctly. Now, I happen to be the lucky owner of um, DaVinci Studio rather than just the freebie download version, which gives me the ability to use really indispensable special effects like lens blur for one of them, which is kind of a cool thing where you can let's just take for a second and pop this down on here and just play around with it. I really haven't used much of the special effects so far, but one of the uh, things I can see being very handy about the special effects on here is that you see um, a lot of scenes coming from or going to in transitions from a blur out to a blur in. So I thought that I'd come over here just for fun's sake. I would uh, let's back up one key here, and I'm going to put the maximum blur on that key here. All right, and then I'm going to keyframe that. Dink. And then I'm going to come back just a touch. And then I'm going to take all the blur out of it and, and keyframe that as well if it hasn't already keyframed. And let's just play that and see what it does here. All right. So here we are in the beginning of the next one. So let's put uh, blur on it. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Okay. Lens blur effects. So here's the blur on that one. We'll put the frame there and then move forward a little bit. And then take the blur out. And now I'm just screwing around here. I've never done this before. So let's go back and play it as a kind of just a screw around transition. See what it looks like. Blurred out, then blurred back in. So that's a kind of a nice handmade transition. I could see maybe doing a blur out with a zoom out or a zoom in. Lens blur is a really kind of cinematography thing that comes up all the time. At any rate, let's go here and say lens blur out of this one. Take that out here, and let's take that out over here too, and see what other trouble we can get ourselves into with stuff on here. I love the special effects of things here. There's all kinds of stuff here that I would just love to have the time to experiment with, and I tend to do just exactly that. However, now would not be that time. Looks like there's a lot of photography fixes in this here. Scan lines. Oh, that's kind of cool. What's a scan line going to do if I put that in here? Let's drop a scan line down and see. Let's go over here to effects. Play along here. Yeah, looks like you can kind of really refine those down a little bit where it looks like you're looking at an old video. Let's do this. Let's come over here and whoops, and just to do a replay here. Yeah, that's cool. Line sharpness, line angle. You know, that might even be fun just to kind of mess around with the line angle back and forth. Because I remember things old enough to have scan lines in them, and that looks like a lot of fun. Anyway, let's just screw around here and try motion blur. Okay, we already know that's a thing. Smear, stop motion. Stop motion. Wonder what that is. Wonder what that does. I could do this all day. Ah, I see. I understand what's happening now. Okay, this is not smooth. So the more I update it, we just went from 5 to 8. Ooh, that could be cool too. Yeah, I could see where I could get addicted to these in a real big hurry. And this is just a ton of fun. Anyway, so the effects live here under effects and then under open effects. And why they call it open effects, not for nothing, is because there's a bunch of effects out there that are just open source stuff, all kinds of stuff through Envato and Motion Array, and a bunch of freebies out there that people have put up that are open source. They're free for the using. Which, by the way, the software is free for the using. There's a couple of small uh, restrictions on it, but nothing that would stop somebody that was just starting out to get in and really use the software well. Okay, well, so that's it for now on the special effects thing. I could spend all afternoon doing this, and I would very much love to do just that. And I'm going to set aside a day to go through every one of these and figure them out and just have some fun with it. Okay, so on to section 14. See you there.